Hey guys, it's me. Hope you're well. So today's prompt was something horror related. To be honest, I usually don't watch or read anything horror related because it scares me. So this was quite the challenge. But anyway, here's my short story. Let me know what you think. The highway stretched endlessly through the Nevada desert, flat and lifeless under the weight of a pale moon. Emily and her brother, Daniel, had been driving for hours, their car's headlights cutting through the dust and darkness. Daniel was beginning to complain about his eyes closing from fatigue when a neon sign flickered in the distance. Last Stop Motel, vacancy. They pulled into the cracked parking lot, a wave of relief washing over them. The building looked old. Its paint was peeling, and the buzzing neon sign above the door hummed like an insect. Inside the lobby, a bell sat on the counter, but no one came when Emily rang it. Instead, a set of old-fashioned keys already lay waiting for them, attached to a tag that simply read, Room 6. Emily took the keys and walked toward the stairs, half expecting a night watchman to appear and ask them how long they planned to stay, but no one was around. Room 6 was directly above the office. The door opened easily, and the room smelled faintly of mildew. The wallpaper was curling at the edges like old skin. The bedspread was faded, patterned with shapes that almost looked like faces when the light hit them. Daniel threw himself on the bed and muttered, "At least it's better than sleeping in the car." But Emily couldn't shake the feeling that something about the place was wrong. She noticed a mirror across from the bed towel, cracked at the corner. When she glanced at it, she could have sworn she saw a shadow move behind her. She turned quickly, but the room was empty. Then she heard it again, footsteps pacing the hallway, though no one passed by the door. She pressed her ear against the wall. Footsteps were getting closer. She could hear whispers, hundreds of voices overlapping, rising and falling like a chant. She shook Daniel awake, but when he listened, there was only silence. Frustrated, he rolled back over, leaving Emily staring into the cracked mirror. That was when she saw it. In the reflection, the door slowly creaked open. But in reality, the door was still shut. The footsteps stopped outside the door, and Daniel mumbled in his sleep, "It is just a draft. Must have been a draft." The following morning, Daniel was gone. His bed looked as though it had never been slept in. Emily rushed to the lobby, but the counter was empty. Only the keys to room 6 remained, as if waiting for her to pick them up again. She pounded on the other doors, but each one swung open to reveal an identical room, each perfectly clean, each holding the same cracked mirror. In one of them, she saw Daniel in the reflection, pounding on the glass, screaming silently. Her own reflection turned its head toward her and smiled, though she hadn't moved. Emily ran to escape, but the parking lot looped endlessly back to the motel entrance. The neon sign buzzed louder, its letters now flickering into new words. "You never leave." The motel's windows lit up one by one, shadows gathering in each, faceless figures staring out at her. Emily stumbled back into room 6, where the mirror now filled the entire wall. Dozens of hands reached out from within its glass, pulling her inside. Her scream echoed as the surface rippled and swallowed her whole. The last shot lingered on the empty room, the bed made neatly again, as if no one had ever been there. The key to room 6 lay on the nightstand, waiting. The neon sign outside flickered in the desert wind, glowing brighter as a childlike whisper slipped through the static. "Next guess, please." Okay, so yeah, let me know what you think. I actually found myself watching this episode of The Twilight Zone while writing this, and it kind of inspired me. So if you like this video, maybe watch that show. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.